In this video, I want to talk about why does the narcissist do things that will intentionally upset us or hurt us? Is this something done intentionally? And does the narcissist even care that they do any of these things? So why does someone highly toxic, highly narcissistic do all of these things that will hurt us? Why are they pathological liars? Why are they habitual cheaters, professional gaslighters, and so on? The most simple answer is usually always the correct one. Naturally, a narcissist does all of these things because, as far as the narcissist is concerned, this is beneficial for them. Think about what lying can really do to benefit a narcissist. Well, it can certainly get them out of trouble when they're in a tight spot. Lying can actually get them more attention, more sources of supply. They can triangulate people. Lying can also make them feel extremely superior. If they feel like they got something over on someone, they tricked somebody, they could, keep up the charade a little bit longer, then that's absolutely a benefit. And I'll probably say this, and this will be the recurring theme throughout the video. A narcissist is selfish. Every action they do is about them, and they won't do anything if there's no benefit coming their way. Narcissists cheat, for example, because they need more than one person. They always need more than one supply source. They get bored really fast. They have a very short attention span. As soon as love bombing is over, they're moving on. We all know this. They're not interested in commitment. They're not interested in love. They just lie about those things to reel in all those supply sources. They need more than one mortal person could ever really possibly provide in our lifetime. They need to gaslight and devalue, give silent treatments, and many other forms of manipulation. The narcissist has very simply decided that this is the easiest way to get power, control, supply, and everything else that they want in life. It's the easy route, the path of least resistance, or at least to them anyway. To me, this all sounds terribly taxing, but I'm not wired this way. So the quick answer to why all of these things and more are done to us is just sadly and very plainly, it just has nothing to do with us. This is just what somebody will do. This is the level of low, highly narcissistic people will stoop to get what they want. I think another question that runs along the same lines in people's minds is, well, since they're doing all of this hurtful, harmful behavior, are they doing these things intentionally? Because a lot of this feels really personal and really intentional. And my very unpopular opinion and answer to this question is always going to be no. This is not done intentionally, even when it feels like it is, or even when they tell you that this pain is intentional. And the example that I always pull from is directly from my own experience. When I discovered that I was being cheated on, naturally, it was devastating for me. But what was really fascinating now, after several years of hindsight, it was really fascinating to see this person's reaction to being called out on their behavior. Because, of course, when I discovered it, I had a conversation, and the immediate response I got was crying and sobbing and them saying how awful they felt and how sorry they were. It was a terrible mistake, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you have heard it as many times as I have, survivor. Well, that wasn't good enough for me. It was just a terrible mistake. So I pushed and prodded, and finally I was lashed out at. I was glared at, and a voice was raised at my direction as I was told, "Fine, I did it to hurt you. You just needed to hurt." I don't remember what was said verbatim, but it was something along the lines of, "I did this to hurt you. You deserved this really shitty, unacceptable behavior." And it was a shocking response to me because I had never heard that from someone in my life. Haven't heard it before, haven't heard it since. But here's the reason why that's wrong. I've never been told I needed to hurt, so here's a dose of pain. But I looked at this person and said, wow, what bullshit. What complete and utter bullshit. You were cheating on me behind my back. I caught you. So how in the fuck were you trying to do something to hurt me while keeping it a secret? If you were trying to hurt me, shouldn't you have been up in my face? I cheated on you. Ha ha. There's nothing you can do about it. Shouldn't you have been blasting it on social media and hanging photos up on the walls of your apartment? No, you weren't doing any of that. This person was not behaving that way. The story then changed to, well, you deserved it because you don't spend enough time with me, again, making it my fault. So you see what's going on here. When one story doesn't work, when they're pushed and prodded and nervous, they jump from one story to another. It's a really common tactic that happens when you're dealing with someone narcissistic. If you'd like to talk one-on-one about what you're going through or what you've gone through as a result of a very toxic narcissistic relationship, you can email BookAChatWithJess@gmail.com to set up private chats with me. The point of my story is it was not done to hurt me. Cheating is not done to hurt you. People who want to cheat are going to cheat. I don't care how beautiful or handsome or rich or successful or whatever you are or are not. Cheaters do this because they want someone else. They want additional sources. They want to do whatever it is they want to do flat out. Cheating has nothing to do with you. They could just as easily come to you as an adult and say, listen, this isn't working. I want to go and be with other people. Narcissists do everything that hurts you because they get the benefit. The cheating, even though he said it was to hurt me, obvious bullshit. That's just what he wanted to do. The pain that we feel as a result of their actions is what I've always called collateral damage. It hurts us because it's an awful thing to do. Lying and gaslighting and cheating, all these things and more that I won't discuss here. These things are horrific. They're disgusting. It's deplorable human behavior, but the pain is just naturally what's going to happen. Another example I use is when someone has hoarding disorder. Okay, they're a hoarder. They fill their homes with all kinds of nonsense. And in a lot of cases, the hoarding gets so extreme that their families are literally hoarded right out the door. There's no room for them. They don't want to do this. People who hoard don't want this to happen. They don't want their family or themselves to be homeless, but it's a compulsion they have to hoard. This can hurt friends and hurt family, but the hurt that these people feel because of the hoarder is unintentional because the person just simply wants to hoard. They don't want to hurt people, but they need to hoard. They feel that want, they feel that desire, so that's what they do. Basically, we're standing in the way of the narcissist's happiness, and sometimes we get a good dose of that hurt and that pain. Does the narcissist care? They hurt for their own gain, but does that actually bother them? And a lot of people are going to tell me no, and if that's how you see things, that's totally fine. I'm not here to argue anyone's theories, ideas, or opinions. I'm truly not. I'm just explaining this as I understand it, and maybe some people will go along with me, maybe some won't. That's totally fine. But I believe the narcissist does care, just not enough to change anything. To me, it's like the idea of narcissists have the mentality that, well, hey, it sucks to be you, but you know what? Better you than me. There's that kind of mentality, like, hey, that really blows. That's really awful, but damn, I'd rather it happen to you than happen to me. And this goes back to my point earlier in the video. Narcissists are self-serving individuals. If they can hurt or you can hurt, yeah, at the end of the day, it's gonna be you every single time. Because let's face it, narcissists can't handle rejection, failure, an ego bruise, punishments, criticism, and a million other more things that I don't have time to talk about in this video. The narcissist cannot afford to have those kinds of things like punishments or an ego bruise happen to them. So they do everything they can to get completely around all of that. They care, but not enough to change. They care, and like I say, not enough to really do anything because at the end of the day, when it comes down to you or this person, who's going to feel the hurt and who's going to feel the pain? Survivor, it's always going to be you. So tell me down in the comments what you think about all of this. Does a narcissist hurt on purpose? Does it bother them? Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, Survivor, and take care of yourself.